going on, Jerome's Raw Real Rant time. Now, we used to do these in the garage, but then my garage keeps getting messy. I don't know what it is. But your Minnesota Vikings are 5-4, wanting some more. And as weird as it sounds, I mean, last year was fantastic. 13-4, wanting some more, winning the division. Should have done a little bit better in the wild card, but the defense and Donashell, 31 points and 431 yards of freaking offense, and Daniel freaking Jones. No big deal. No big deal, right? But this year, I don't know what it is, where this year just feels different. Now, I understand. Oh, you just say that about every year, bro. But don't want to say it's like a team of destiny. Don't want to say that it's scripted. Don't want to say this, that, or the other thing. And I'm enjoying every single week of this. But this team feels different. And I think part of it is the culture change. And, yeah, getting rid of a couple veterans, it does kind of stink, especially guys that were a big part of the success last season. But it feels like Kevin O'Connell and adofo-mensah are hammering this team into exactly what they want culture-wise. And it's a team of ride-or-die players that are playing fun, fast, free football, and guys that will do anything for each other, and just a cohesive unit, and a team that always puts team before T-E-A-M. Nailed it. Before M-E. And this team is very resilient. And even at 0-3, when all the media jackals and even some fans were writing them off, they didn't give up. Even at 1-4, when media and fans were writing them off, they did not give up. And they sacked up, and they've won 4 games in a row, including against the Niners prime time, both games on the road against 2 of your division rivals, the Bears and the Packers, as well as a big-time win against the Falcons with your quarterback 4 against a very good defense and a team that's pushing for the playoff places. So it's been very impressive what the Vikings have been doing, winning 4 straight as well as 5 of the last 6. Now, they seem to be holding it together with like duct tape and chewing gum and a couple paper clips, but that's perfectly fine. And I think that the Vikings' success this year, it's not a fluke. And we got mocked by a lot of people in the comments when we were, you're just being overly positive when this team was 0-3. It's like, no, the Vikings should have beat the Bucks, but they beat themselves. The Vikings should have beat the Eagles on that short week Thursday night, except they beat themselves with too many fumbles. And then they should have beat the Chargers, except a fumble and a drop is what it is. And yes, they should have beat the Chiefs, but also the officiating certainly didn't help. No big deal. So, I mean, the Vikings at 5-4, like they're a clown's fart away from being 9-0, 8-1, and being the talk of the NFL. And they're doing all of this without Justin freaking Jefferson, who went down with a hamstring issue. They won their last 4 games. No, this team is not better without Justin Jefferson, but it is interesting how guys did step up, including Kevin O'Connell, who I think has had to diversify his play calling a little bit more, get a little bit more creative, get everyone involved versus just, hey, F at 18 is down there somewhere. And now, they won a game without Kirk Cousins, and Kirk had been playing at an extremely high level, MVP adjacent, respect where it's due. But Jaron Hall looked good. Josh Dobbs looked very good playing some backyard football against the Falcons, and I'm not really stressing about this team. Like this isn't a spot where the Falcons game was this team's Waterloo, and that's it. But I mean, this team. Show me a team in the league who has more positive momentum than the Vikings. Show me a team who is playing more dangerous football than the Vikings. All right, and the defense is getting up and getting after it. Yeah, they're mid-table in terms of yards and points, but they're a team that will punch you in the mouth. They'll get you a turnover. They'll make a stop when they need to, whether in the red zone or a goal line stand, and they're fun. I mean, they're having a ton of fun on defense. I give Flores a ton of credit for it because he's doing it with largely the same personnel as Donashell had last year, and he's putting them in great places to not overthink themselves and also just be aggressive. Default aggressive is the mindset on defense, and I love it. I love it, man. And the offensive line, the much maligned O-line, has dealt with injuries. Bradbury's been out. Ezra's been out. Darrisaw's missed some time. But big-time respect to offensive line coach Chris Cooper, because initially, we were questioning, hey, how come you didn't go out and bring in any depth? 0 significant outside free agents, 0 draft picks. And the first couple weeks, the offensive line kind of stank and was bit by the injury bug. But next man up mentality, and now knocking on all the wood, everyone seems to be trending towards health and fitness. And as Ezra is traded and Dalton Reisner is sliding in nicely at left guard, and the Vikings offensive line is one of the best in the league. And frankly, having a mobile quarterback with Dobbs or Jaron Hall is going to help things out even more. And hopefully we'll get this more abundant running game going. So I love this team because, again, even the losses were all by a single score, and it just left you with a bad taste in your mouth. Just like, that should have been a win. And now the Vikings are finding a way to win those close games. Well, all the games are close except for the Packers game where the Vikings beat the Packers by 2 touchdowns in Lambeau. No big deal. No big deal, right? But now you're looking forward, Saints at Broncos, and then you got the Bears. Those are 3 very winnable games. The Vikings could be easily 8-4, wanting some more head into the bye week. Very easy, well, not easy, but it's never easy in this league, especially with the Vikings, but a winnable game week 14 on the road against the Raiders. And then, showdown against the Bengals. I mean, you could easily be 9-4 rolling into Cincinnati, the Queen City, getting some chili, taking a battle at LSU, JJ, fully healthy JJ, versus Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So it's okay to have faith in this team. And even though the Vikings, they lost JJ for a stretch, they lost Darisaw for a stretch, Kirk is out for the season, they lost Cam Akers, who is stepping up and looking good. Like, next man up. And no team in the league has embraced it more than the Vikings. And I think that there is a sense that, again, this team is on scholarship. They're playing on house money. They should have been dead at 0-3, 1-4, and now they just rose from the grave like The Undertaker. Oh, by God. All right, and now, teams that have nothing to lose are extremely dangerous. And you've seen it throughout NFL history where a low seed just barely gets in the wild card. They've been in playoff mode for multiple months. And then all of a sudden, they're taking it 2 teams. And the Vikings could easily do that. And also, I think the NFC North is still in play. And I think that the Vikings are going to have all the momentum in the world. I think that a 8+ game winning streak is not out of the realm of possibility. And frankly, I think that this is a team that's not to be trifled with. And I think the league knows it. I think the league knows that they don't want to F with the Vikings at any point. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I give a lot of credit to Kwesi for assembling his team, Kevin O'Connell and his coaching staff for assembling that mindset of being aggressive, playing for each other, and damn the consequences. Like, whatever happens. We're going to give it all that we got. And guess what? There's no pucker factor with this team. There's lots of teams that they get ahead a little bit and they're like, what do we do now? Sort of like the 2021 Vikings, where you're always going to find a way to give it away. Give it away. No, but this team is a bunch of takers. They will take what is there. They will take what is due, and it's a lot of fun. So enjoy the ride. And this feels weird, but this season feels different. Anyways, that's it. Raw Real Rant. You guys are the best. Skull, no production value. Some production.